Good morning. VFW Post 2604. Please post the colors.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome and thank you all. I'd like to invite Mayor Straz up to read the city's proclamation.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say to all the veterans out here, thank you for your service. And this is the fourth service that I've been at over the last couple of days. And again, thank you. And what's particularly heartwarming to me is the fact that two of those services were over at various junior high schools, Palos South and Independence. And there is a ongoing affection for those who have served their country, and that's being kindled and rekindled again at those schools. I think you can keep in your heart the fact that we will not forget what the actions that you have taken. So, that being said, we've got a proclamation here for Veterans Day. Whereas Veterans Day, November 11, 2019, has been designated as a day of honor for the millions of American men and women who have answered the call of duty in defending the hard-won freedoms that we enjoy today. And whereas on this day we recognize and remember the unselfish acts and service of those in all wars and military actions, for many that sacrifice ended in permanent disability or even death, yet their spirit remains in the continued preservation of our freedoms and the promise of liberty established as an example for the oppressed people in the world. Whereas we owe a great debt to all those who served in the defense of this nation, and we are eternally grateful. And we hold that every American who has answered the call to arms in our thoughts, and we take time to remember the sacrifices that they have made. Now, therefore, I, Robert Strauss, Mayor, and the City Council of the City of Palos Heights, do hereby ask all residents in the City of Palos Heights to join in the observance of Veterans Day on Monday, November 11, 2019. Let us commemorate and honor those who have served our country and give our gratitude to all the members of the armed services of this country. Witness, therefore, on this day going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the fighting of World War I ended in 1918. Due to the conclusion of the war to end all wars, November 11th became a universally recognized day of celebration. The day was originally declared Armistice Day, 8 years after the end of World War I, and honored only veterans of that war. Then in 1954, after World War II and the Korean War, it was renamed Veterans Day to honor all veterans who served America in war and defended democracy. So today we honor all our veterans who unselfishly placed their lives on the line for our freedom. Those men and women were ordinary people until they heard the call of duty and answered it. They left their families, their homes, and their lives, not for recognition or fame, or even the honor we bestow upon them today. They fought to protect our country, to maintain our way of life. As we honor our veterans and remember their great deeds, let us also salute those who are currently fighting for our freedom. The war on terrorism has helped us all realize how truly unique the American way of life is. The freedom we enjoy is extremely special, and that is why we must defend it. So now is the time to not only honor those who have fought and are fighting for our freedom, it is also the time for each of us to take part in protecting it. The defense of freedom is not just for those in the military. Each of us shares that duty and that responsibility. We don't have to join the Army or the Navy or any other organization of defense to actively defend our way of life. We can protect our freedom simply by maintaining it here in America. If we want to preserve our freedoms, we must put them into action. For example, by voting in elections or speaking out against injustices. We must also ensure that everyone feels the benefits of freedom. And we can do that by volunteering in our communities or teaching our children what it really means to be an American. Veterans Day isn't just a day for veterans. It's a day for all Americans. It's a day to remember why they are fighting, and a day for all of us to begin our journey of protecting our freedom and the freedom of many future generations. Thank you for honoring our veterans today. Let us walk toward tomorrow, still honoring them, by living in the freedom they protected.
VFW Post. VFW Post 2604. Please retire the colors.
Face. Or mark.
This concludes today's ceremony. Thank you all for joining us. Just as a reminder, there is a small breakfast at Palos Heights Library. You're all welcome to join us. And thank you for coming out today. Have a good day.